I'll never be the same after what I saw today. And if you guys saw what I saw, you would understand why the mainstream media has been so desperate to cover all of this up. Because this video is capable of lighting a fire within you that you didn't even know you had. Of course, I'm talking about the video of Iryna Zarutska, the Ukrainian refugee who was brutally murdered on a train in North Carolina by a savage black animal that had no business being on the streets in the first place. You see, I heard about this story a little while back. I didn't know there was a video because the media was trying to cover up the fact that there was a video, but as the days passed by, they were kind of forced to release something. So what they released was a highly edited version of the video. The video that the media released does not show the moment when Iryna had her throat slit by the black guy with dreads from behind. The video did not show what the black man said after killing her. He said, "I got that white girl. I got the white girl." Letting us know right there on camera, out of his own mouth, that it was about race for him. Because if you see the video, they tried to blur everyone else out. They did not do that to protect people's privacy. They blurred everyone else out because everyone else was black. And he sat there comfortably on that train, did not try to stab any of the black people, no, but as soon as he saw the pretty white girl, almost immediately, savagely, just right from behind, as she's not expecting, just slices her. Now, I posted the footage over on X. I cannot post it here. Go follow me on X and go see the footage. Usually, I would tell people to protect their peace. Don't go on the internet watching people get their lives taken, but people need to see this video. The world needs to see this video. Every American needs to see this video. Because it's time to stop running from the truth. It's time to stop hiding from reality. Because you want to know where that's going to get you? It's going to get you the same place as Iryna, unfortunately. So the media, they released this edited version of the video. Later, another piece of the video was leaked that the media tried to cover up, where the guy talks about how he just got the white girl. And I showed you guys that video yesterday. You could go check it out if you haven't already. But now we have the full footage of what happened. And like I said, after seeing the full footage, I'll never be the same. And I say that as someone who covers the news that unfortunately has to watch graphic, brutal stuff happening on a daily basis. I've never seen anything quite like this that had an effect on me quite like this. And I'm hoping that people share this story and that this serves as a wake-up call to some people. Why is it safer to live in a war zone in Ukraine than it is to live in a democratic, liberal city in America with a high population of black people? You could go live in a war zone and be safer than you are in a lot of the cities in America these days. And it's all mainly due to one group of people. Now, the mainstream media, they tried to not talk about this story. They tried to turn a blind eye to this story. They tried to edit the footage. They tried everything they could, but the story is spreading. So now that the media is forced to talk about this story, what do you think they're doing? They're not talking about the violent crime. They're not talking about how in these cities they just catch these violent criminals, catch and release. No cash bails. They're just bringing in mentally ill people that hurt innocent people, and they're letting them right back out to hurt more innocent people. But instead of having a conversation about that, because we know they're not going to have the real conversation about race, But instead of even having a conversation about how it's just a revolving door of letting these violent criminals back out on the streets, what are they doing? They're more concerned about, oh my God, people, don't be racist. The mainstream media does not care about the young white girl who bled out as people did nothing on that train in North Carolina. They're not worried about her. No, they're worried about the pushback. They're worried that people are noticing that there's a certain demographic, there's a certain race of people that seems to always be involved in these stories. So that's what the media is focused on. I kid you not. In fact, I have a clip that I'll show you guys really quickly. Before I roll that clip, though, if you're here, if you appreciate the videos, I wish I didn't have to talk about stuff like this. But other people in the true crime community and stuff, they totally ignored these stories. So I feel like I'm obligated to. Honestly, like I said, it hurts me to my heart even having to see this footage. This is not something that I want to talk about. And it's not something that YouTube wants me talking about either. So that's where you guys come in. I need you guys to hit that like button. I need you to comment. Let me know your thoughts below. Share the video. YouTube is not going to share this video in the algorithm. It's up to you to share the video with your friends, family, share it on social media. Like I said, drop a comment, subscribe if you haven't already. If you would like to donate, if you're feeling generous, if you really like the videos and you appreciate the hard work, you can donate via Cash App or Super Thanks. But with that being said, let's go ahead and roll this news clip. Let's watch the mainstream media squirm their way around this story, and then I'll be right back with more thoughts.
Most murders in the U.S. never become national news. This one's garnered attention for a couple of reasons. Number one, first and foremost, the recent release of that gruesome video. Second, the energy from pro-Trump activists. They picked up on this video from local news and ran with it. It's a little bit like the times when civil rights groups have raised attention about police-involved shootings. In this case, it is Trump-aligned influencers who are posting up a storm about this case on social media. Really, over the weekend, Elon Musk, Charlie Kirk, other Trump-aligned figures succeeded in making this senseless death a symbol of big city crime. We heard President Trump asked about it yesterday when he was heading home from New York City. He didn't seem to know much about it. He said he would get briefed, and then today, Trump did know all about it. That's exactly what has happened here. This story has trickled up from local news to social media and now to the president's attention, and it's being used, as you said, Brianna, as a political symbol, with MAGA media calling for more forceful punishments and more incarceration. I have to say, some of the replies to Musk, some of the comments around this story are baldly racist, stoking fear of African Americans because this man attacked a white woman. The open racism on sites like X today, it's eye-popping.
You see, this is where a lot of the frustration and the fatigue comes from. This is where a lot of it comes from. Because we can't ever acknowledge that something is bad when a black person does it. There shouldn't have to be a gigantic debate here. But we can't acknowledge how horrific this crime is without someone clutching their pearls and, oh my God, how dare you criticize black people? We can't just talk about how brutal and how heartbreaking and how tragic and how evil this attack is without the, oh my God, but we have to have sympathy with the attacker here. Like, why can't the mainstream media cover this crime in the way they cover other killings, like the Idaho 4 Brian Kohberger case and stuff like that? Why can't they cover this story like they do that one? No, they have to make it into a debate about race and try to make us, the people who are upset by this, try to make us out to be bad people because we're upset that this poor girl had her life tragically ended for no apparent reason due to some black racist asshole who literally made it about race himself after he killed her. I got the white girl. I got that white girl. So instead, when we just acknowledge the reality of what happened, we're accused of being this and that as they run cover and protect the black guy who just killed the white girl on the train. So if I say that's bad, I'm racist, but he's not racist for literally ending the life of a poor young white girl and then saying, I got that white girl, I got that white girl. That's okay. That's fair game. All of the black people who sat around and just sat on their phone or walked off, they didn't even call 911, Most of them just sat there and watched her die slowly on the ground in the train. They walked off. Some of them shot a few videos. About 2 or 3 minutes later, someone came and tried to help. It was way too late by then. But all of that is fair game. All of that is okay. But if you call it out, if you call it for what it is, then it's bad. So the mainstream media doesn't cover this like they do other crimes. They have to come from an angle of, oh my God, if you're outraged by this, you must be a racist. You must be MAGA. So you mean to tell me that the only way that you would get upset by seeing the video, and if you haven't seen it, go to my X account. You mean to tell me that only people who voted for Trump are upset by that video? That only people who voted for Trump are disturbed by young girls getting their throat sliced on the train for no reason? That could have happened to anyone. Do you think the black guy asked her who she voted for first? Hell, I'm pretty sure that she supported the left. And here's the left. Oh, they care so much about Ukraine. Let's send all of our money to Ukraine. Oh God, Ukraine this, Ukraine that. They don't care about this Ukrainian refugee no more. All of that went out the window, right? All of that went out the window. Because siding with black murderers, that ones up the Ukraine virtue signal, right? In their eyes. But that's where we're at. Unfortunately, we cannot depend on the media to cover these cases. Unfortunately, we cannot even depend on the independent media. Because time and time again, every single day, we have another story like this one. And we have this entire true crime community on YouTube, right? Hundreds of people on YouTube that are just, oh my God, they're so thirsty to hop on every single case, but they don't ever talk about these cases. So not only can we not depend on the mainstream media, we can barely depend on the independent media. That's where we're at. There's only a handful of people willing to call this out. But for now, I want to hear from you guys. How do you all feel about this? Let me know down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all very soon in the next one.